All right. Monday Night Football. Underground sports betting content at its best. What do you guys think? All right. It's the New England Patriots. And, wow, my mic is really turned up loud, isn't it? Turn that down just a tiny bit. The New England Patriots minus 10 at the New York Jets. Sam Darnold came back. The Jets upset the Cowboys 24-22 last week. So far, it's been the year of the dog in the NFL. But I've already put up my wager, and it's on. If you guys, thanks, Shooter. So I'm trying to monitor every different. So we're on 5 different things, and so I'm like, we also have guys on Mixer that I'm talking to, and then I'm also. I don't know if you can really talk on Twitter or not, but I'm on there, and then on Facebook here. But I think on YouTube it's the least latency. On Twitch, which is where I'm gonna mainly be looking at because that's where I have my main audience, etc. So really just doing testing and getting the whole guests thing. I don't have a crew working with me, and so I'm doing it all myself. And so just working through a few things. And as I told you, hopefully by Christmas we can start really having fun and different stuff. And my second half guest, Kai's, he's one of the biggest handicappers in the world. I don't know, Shooter, until today, and I started looking at your Twitter. I hadn't heard of you. But anyways, I see that you have a very large Twitter following. My second half guest is a well-known handicapper. So you want to stick around for that. Although he doesn't have a huge social presence, and so this is kind of him stepping out of his normal sort of realm of comfortable, etc. And so, but he's enjoying himself just because, yeah, we're not the CNN of sports handicapping where we're going to different graphs and I don't know, all the other shows that I see there, it's just they're racing through every single thing on the board, and I'm not saying that's not a bad format. I love watching those shows. And oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, Shooter. That's very awesome of you, for sure, man. Yeah, you guys should be following us on YouTube. There's Dan. Dan is in. Here, Dan, you gotta follow us. You should come over here, Dan, and follow on YouTube as well. Follow us on YouTube. Because hopefully, really, that would be the best place for the show to grow, would be on Facebook. So I do have my first guest lined up. We did a quick little thing, and he's also not huge into... he's just a guy that I know from back in the day when I used to go to Vegas all the time when I was younger, and I met him there, and I've always known him as this really big bettor from Calgary, and so we'll pick his brain a little bit about what he wagered on this weekend, yesterday, and then also, yeah, what he thinks about the upcoming card and what he thinks about tonight's game, and so yeah, my free bookie killer tonight. I forget what my record is at the moment, but it's scrolling along there at somewhere. Um, anyways, my bet tonight I think was on the over. So, yeah, sorry, it's difficult to flip between every single platform here and sort of, but, anyways, we'll just wait a little bit here and then we'll bring Chad on in a little bit. And so this is our house band, Devo. I saw Devo live. I got a blue energy dome. It's just one of the few music that I can play without getting them shutting the stream down. And it's pretty sweet too. But we will switch to the old NFL music, the old NFL films music. No one cares about that music either. So yeah, we'll bring on Chad here shortly. So yeah, Chronic Triggers is a guy that follows on Twitch a lot, and he's been one of the main guys in here. And I'm running a monthly contest on Twitch where the winner at the end of the month will win a $100 betting account at Jazz. That's obviously where they're going to be winning it. And Chronic Triggers doesn't have to play anymore. He has a big lead, but you never know. Someone might come in tonight with a big bet too. And no knocking Devo. So who's my World Series lean? That's right. It's a small card tonight, but it's a crazy sports week. Hey Shooter, I just wanted to introduce you to Dan, who's now in the chat on YouTube. Dan will be my second half guest, and he's agreed to come on when he can every Monday Thursday game during the second half, and he's going to supply a second half pick in my Discord just before he comes on. And Dan is a handicapper at Covers Experts. And yeah, anyways, you can just go there to find out more about him. And yeah, Dan Shooter McGavin is a guy that we're going to hopefully be doing some shows with and working with. He's expanding and doing different things, but he has a major presence on Twitter. And so, yeah. So who's my World Series lean? The World Series lean. Yeah, I think that I like, personally, Washington in the game one anyways, plus 1.5. I like them on the run line. Yeah. How can you not like Scherzer in that spot? They're super hot. Anything can happen with this little bit of a layoff. I think in the playoffs, it comes down to chemistry and timing and all that as much as anything else, like, for sure, obviously. So in a situation like that, in a game one where you're getting an extra run and a half for like a really reasonable price, personally, that's what I like. Yeah, there's value there, even as to win the series, for sure. No question about it. So, yeah, I can't remember if it was on Monday or Thursday, Dan. We had, we gave out our best bets they were asked us for some of our best bets, our two biggest blowouts, one in college football and one in the NFL. And if you remember, my two were, and this is against the spread, of course, Michigan and Tennessee, the Titans. So that was a 2-0 sweep. And then I had the under as my bookie killer on for the. It was in Stanford that same night. So yeah, we're giving out winners here for free and having fun here. So we're gonna bring in Dan in a second here. I'm just checking my mic here again. It's always peeking out a little bit here. We'll bring Chad in about 5 minutes here. And here, we're going to switch from Devo, my house band, into
Now you see. Oh, now you don't. Kira and Zach are working together.
Here we go.
With Grammarly's help. Grammarly encourages them to be considerate.
Yeah, no, I think that YouTube is great, and here we are on. So who's on Twitch? So this is hilarious. You have to monitor all the different ones because I also have followers on Mixer now. And then here we are on Twitter as well. So that rocks. And here we are on Facebook. So let's bring in our first guest. Let's do it. I'll try to get a hold of him here. Let me see if I can bring him in here. Maybe he's not quite ready. Hey, buddy. Hey. Okay, well, that might take a second here to get him to come on. So, what about you guys? Am I going with the Jets tonight? No, I'm not. I'm going with the Patriots tonight. I like to go. I don't know how you base your picks, Shooter. I'm of the belief when it comes to handicapping that it's like cooking and that there's no set way to do it. However you like, there's many different ways to cook. You can cook different ways and get the same thing in the end. And so I'm sort of a situational handicapper, and I also like to go against lopsided trends and numbers. So that's sort of how I base my picks. And this has been the year of the underdog and the year of the home dog in the NFL. And so that's what I'm going against tonight. That's sort of what I'm basing my pick on tonight. Yeah. I'm going with the Patriots. How about you, Shooter? See if we can get Chad back up here. I'm going Jets, but it's one of the toughest things in sports to go against the Pats. No, I hear ya. I did do a test with Chad earlier, so he will be on here eventually. No, this is a tough game for sure. You got to choose something. I mean, yeah, no, this is a tough one. Here, we got to get the. Is the game even on yet? I got to get it on my. Okay, so Chad's almost ready. I'm talking to him here now. He's saying he's almost ready.
Grammarly ensures your writing is mistake-free.
I got to get it on my TV here myself.
As well as more interesting, or better yet, more enjoyable. Because the better we understand each other, the better we connect. Grammarly.
Sorry about those ads there. I don't have like a slick thing set up, so I'm. Okay, here we go. It's just about to start. So, I did. I like the under. I definitely like the under. I've got a few copyright warnings for music. From the only thing that doesn't like the music that I like, AC/DC or whatever you play, is Facebook. But one time on on Twitch, I got a copyright strike against me because I started rebroadcasting their broadcast of Thursday Night Football. Because Thursday Night Football, the NFL, is on Twitch. You're allowed to just stream it for free there. And I was rebroadcasting their broadcast of that, and they shut me down. Anyways. Just trying to go through all the different hoops and figure this stuff out. Here's a big gainer. All right, is Chad ready? Chad's going to be ready soon. And so, Shooter, are you on the over or under? Maybe we're totally opposite. But there you go. I'm not going to pretend like I have never been wrong before. So here we go. Tom Brady. I'm still waiting for copyright warning for trying to impersonate Shooter McGavin. Well, there you go. You should change it to like with a Y. Instead of the I to a Y. You're not on either the over or under. Okay. Better check over here on Twitch. What's the spread? So it's 10. Chronic, it's 10. Sorry, I've been paying attention more to the YouTube broadcast because there's more people sort of over on there a little bit now. So are you going to play big again tonight? You do have this monumental sort of lead. What do you think, Chronic? So over on Twitch, I'm running a contest, which through the chat you can bet. You earn chips just by hanging out in chat. And or if you subscribe to the show for $5 a month, which you get an extra 10,000 in credits. Look at that. Chronic is going huge on the Patriots here. Look at that dong right off his face mask there. Nice. That's cool, man. How about the Sunday night football game last night? Yeah, the Sunday night football game last night. I'm trying to like look at 5 different platforms at once and talk to different people and check levels, and I'm supposed to be going on a phone call here. Oh, hold on, you guys. I'm going to bring in Chad right now, and we'll talk about that Sunday night game right now with Chad. Here he is. So you got to hit your video button, buddy. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Let's try that again. Hey. Here, let me turn this down for a second. Can you hear me? Having a difficult time hearing you this time. But you can hear me okay?
Hear you now.
Great. So how are you?
Not too bad.
Cool.
I'm down by 3 in my fantasy league, and I got Brady, Gordon, and Bolden. The guy I'm playing is Edel, but I should be able to pretty close. Take the win.
Right.
How's that better?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to just check a few levels. I don't have a sound guy or anything. But yeah, that looks great, Chad. There we go. So we had a question about the Sunday night game. So just to recap,
Last night?
yeah, the Sunday night game last night, it was the Cowboys smashing the Eagles. Did you bet that game?
Yeah.
And so what did you have on that?
I mean, I stayed away from that game. Both teams have just been struggling, and you just don't know what you're going to get with them.
Oh, so you didn't really go on that one at all then. No doubt.
I left that one alone.
Yeah, that was a difficult one for sure. This is another difficult one tonight. What do you think about this one?
Well, this one's it's tough. Like it's the matchup right away. It's the number one offense against the worst defense in the league, or the worst offense in the Jets. But they've been two different teams. Like last week, they've had one sample size to see what the Jets are all about.
Right.
So with Darnold and Bell and everybody kind of back at full strength.
And the Jets have a decent defense as well, right?
You got to remember that these are the Patriots and these are the Jets, and that AFC East.
Yeah.
History shows that the Patriots beat them up no matter where they are. They beat them earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were 21-point favorites for that game without Darnold.
Right.
Today they're 10-point favorites, so home advantage plus Darnold is worth 11 points to the bet makers. So that's a little questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Easy bet is to take the Patriots with the points here, but
Well, that's what I took. And I also have the under. So that's.
I took the over tonight.
Okay. Well, it was pretty low, really. You know what I mean?
I got it at 42.
Right. So I gotta, keep paying attention here. Surely the D holds up here. Yeah, so far not a barn burner.
Well, this is the first possession, right?
Right. Now you can hear Dan. So this isn't Dan yet, Shooter. This is Chad. Yeah, sorry. I should. Chad is out of Calgary. I did talk about him earlier. He's just a guy a big bettor that I knew from back in the day, and we've always kept in touch. And he's agreed to come on. We're just picking his brain about some of the bets that he's made yesterday. So yeah, why don't we talk about that, Chad? What did you think about yesterday's card, or what can you tell us about what you did yesterday?
Well, I was kind of hesitant, but I ended up jumping on the Rams. I thought I jumped on the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a good bet.
I thought this might be Atlanta's got to win one game, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think this was the week, especially with Jalen Ramsey coming on board and giving them a boost. But
right. Yeah, that was a good call. I had seen that a few big bettors had hit the Rams just through some of the Twitters that I follow. You can, because they some of these guys on there, they report some of the biggest bets that were made at some of the sports books, just like 15 minutes before kickoff, etc. And yeah.
What were the Rams 3.5 point favorites?
Yeah. And so this guy was betting money line and on the spread and hammered the Rams. Oh man. So that was third down, or now it's third down?
Ooh, I got Bolden. We need Bolden to score here for my fantasy league to come through.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see him get a goal line carry. I have Barkley and Connor as my running backs.
Right.
So I picked up Bolden when Barkley was out, and then this week Connor was on the bye, so I had to go with Bolden again, which I don't mind because he's paired up because I got Brady as my quarterback.
Nice.
And he might throw something Bolden's way, or Bolden's on the bench now.
There we go. We're walking it in. What a methodical drive.
Michelle walks in.
And so, yeah, Shooter, that's what's cool about Twitch is that we have this contest running, and people who just hang out in chat earn chips. If you subscribe to the show, you get chips. And so here we are. We're switching back to Twitch here. Chronic Triggers has a huge bet in on the Patriots here on our Twitch channel, and Chronic Triggers is going to win unless someone can come from behind and get them with some big bets. And okay, so we'll check out this.
So that was the first drive.
That was the first drive of the. Isn't that crazy how fast this is going? Just by talking a little bit like this, and then the next thing you know, it's over half over. The first quarter is half over. Yeah, that was the first drive, and the quarter is more than half over.
So we'll see what Mr. Darnold has to say against the number one defense in the league.
They're putting up historic numbers at this point. They truly are, right? This is the best defensive numbers in the history of the NFL.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I'm incorrect, I mean, I could be, definitely, but I mean, they're truly insane.
Points allowed. Well,
they're averaging 4 sacks per game, and it's like 220 yards per game or something they're allowing. So.
You're weird for thinking it's weird. 5-minute break, everyone.
So.
Looking at New England.
You also bet heavily on the NBA.
Yeah,
even better than the 1985 Bears. That's a good question. We should find that out. It's easy when you don't play anyone, and so that's the big question. And so that's why
I was going to say their schedule. Like New England's had the worst. They've played the Jets twice now.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills they own.
Right.
The Dolphins. And
but
looking ahead, Looking ahead, they have Cleveland coming off the bye next week. And before the season started, I was all over fading Cleveland all the way. I said my prediction before the season was that Cleveland was going to go winless into the bye.
Sorry about that, you guys. Lost Chad there for 2 seconds. We'll get him back.
Baltimore, which I was completely shocked.
Yeah.
And who else they beat? Cincy?
Yeah.
Like Cleveland... It's going to be interesting how they respond coming out of the bye next week against New England, at New England.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything there for them. But
Right.
one of the most overrated teams we've ever seen,
Who?
Cleveland Browns.
Okay, because I got into this with some guy the other day, and so who is overrated? Who is overrated?
The
The
Browns.
Because I know Browns fans who are like really realistic, and I mean we're tempered with their true expectations. So I guess the media's the way they pumped it up, right?
Well, Baker, he won a lot of games in garbage time. They're already out of the playoffs.
Right.
Teams would build a lead on the Browns, take the foot off the gas, and Baker would have those comeback wins. And I think he won 6 of his last 8 games to close the season when they're already eliminated. So to me, that wasn't that impressive.
You know the schedule is weak when the Browns coming off a bye is considered their biggest challenge so far this season, says Shooter.
Yeah, that's for sure. Then looking ahead, I was looking ahead to even that Chiefs game, thinking that would be game of the year.
Okay, William has
And
come
now
in
they-
and bet 5,000 on the Pats. So
Tonight?
just through our Twitch channel here. So I'm trying to go between, because we have people watching on every platform now. We truly do. We have 5 people watching on Twitch right now. We have 4 watching on YouTube. We have a couple on Facebook and a couple
How
on
can you find
Twitter.
it on YouTube?
Couple on Mixer. Sorry?
How can you find it on YouTube?
I sent you a link. I sent you a link to your Facebook.
Okay, I don't know if I can access it now.
Right.
Because if I go off this, you'll lose me, right?
But there'll be the show auto loads to the channel, so you can just watch it after.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, it's a huge interception. Oh my. Just go down. Oh my. Sam Darnold. So there's your answer. How is Darnold going to reply? Well,
first pass.
wow. So there's one of the, unbelievable.
My first Jets game. I've been to 2 Jets games. Or no, this was the second game. It was versus the Bills.
Yeah.
And Geno Smith threw 3 first quarter.
You were at the game.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Yeah.
And everybody in the stand, the game ended up being a blowout. The Bills just buried them.
Right.
They benched Geno Smith in the first quarter. The
Jeez.
Jets fans were so mad because that was a division rival. Everyone in New York City hates the Buffalo Bills. It hates everyone. They consider Buffalo Bills fans Canadians. They're telling them to go back to Canada. So I can just imagine what the atmosphere is in the stadium tonight
Jeez.
with that first quarter interception.
Oh,
It's
man.
something the Jets fans see all the time.
Yeah. That's a funny story. So also the NBA.
Yeah, NBA, there's 2 games tomorrow.
So it's
No,
LeBron and AD in full effect. LeBron trying to save his image.
Well, more importantly, it's the Raptors starting, the NBA champion Raptors, starting off the season
That's right.
against the Pelicans, which was supposed to be, I
Zion
think they had
Williamson.
picked that game. They wanted to see Zion,
Mhm.
but they just said today he's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah. Damn, eh?
So that's going to be a banner raising.
Yeah.
Maybe take Pelicans first half. Raptors notorious for starting slow, but I think that's going to be a Raptors. Oh, the Jets fan is back. The bald guy. He
With
took a
the-
few years off. He took a few years off from being.
Oh.
He said there's too much pressure after the Jets being bad for so long.
Oh, really? So the guy that wears the hat and does the JETS?
Yeah,
gets-
he took a few years off.
Well, they probably offered him some money to come back. And
He
so,
hated Geno
okay,
Smith
so
much.
Zion is out, and also Paul George is out. Paul George is
Clips.
out for the Clippers.
Yeah.
That was a big save there by that Jets defense, really, to hold them to a field goal here.
But back to the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kawhi, he's used to playing on quality teams in San Antonio, and he walked into a quality team with the Raptors. He's kind of the final piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see if he can be like a number one guy. And he's working with a lot of. The Clippers are not a good team, and they never have been.
Right.
So, just him going there isn't going to make the Clippers a good team, I don't think. But we'll see.
Well, Paul George is an unbelievable player.
And with no Paul George, I mean, I would fade the Clippers early this season.
Yeah, I definitely like the Lakers.
Overvalued.
I just think because of the whole LeBron is going to have the foot on the gas from day one out to winning cures everything, right? And then that recent thing with China and everything and everyone bashing him. And he put his foot in his mouth about that whole thing. I don't know if you know anything about that, but anyways, yeah.
I don't know. Not too many people have won a lot of money betting against LeBron when he's angry and when he has a good team around him or meaningful games. So.
Yeah, this is meaningful. It's their shared building, right? Isn't it a shared building? Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's events over 300 days a year in that building between the Kings, Clippers, and Lakers.
Yeah.
Plus concerts.
So yeah, my bookie killer of the day is the Stars Senators over 6. I'm 15-8 year to date, documented on there. So I'm gonna switch back here, switching between all of our different channels.
I'm watching on the zone, so my feed is about 6 seconds behind you.
Oh, in the NFL?
Yeah, so that interception.
Right. Yeah. No.
I got some foreshadowing.
When my second half guest, Dan, he's ahead of me, and so he's reacting to stuff like because he's in the States, and so he's like.
Well, yeah, if you have old-fashioned cable, or it depends because we have those different feeds in Canada too, with between TSN and ABC or whatever this is on.
Yeah.
ESPN.
So yeah. Obviously, the NBA season's going to be awesome, and I would love to see the Raptors.
World Series kicks off Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And so we had some people asking about early. I don't know if you were here for that, but Shooter McGavin was asking. And I told him that my lean for game one is Washington plus 1.5, like minus 150, I guess. Or even less.
Are they favored?
No.
Who has home advantage? Who won the All-Star game?
So the American League has the advantage, has home field. American League. So the Astros. And so they're heavily favored. And so you're getting them plus 1.5.
Plus 1.5 at minus 150?
Well, let's double check that. Maybe I'm misquoting that, but it's like plus 1.5. No, sorry, it's plus 1.5 minus 130. Okay. And so it's Garrett Cole versus Max Scherzer. I mean, obviously you gotta like.
The Nats have three pitchers. That lights out.
Yeah.
Something bad's gonna happen. A drop.
I mean, that was brutal. What? Couldn't have been better. That's your only job, is to catch it. Oh man.
And he's a veteran. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Astros had a better record, so they have the home field. Okay. They changed the rule 2 years ago. The All-Star Game winner doesn't host anymore. I didn't know that. I didn't actually know that. 2 years ago? Wow. Jeez. I mean, I bet on baseball all the time. I love baseball. In the NHL and Major League Baseball, I feel, are two of my strengths for sure.
So we got a punt coming.
Yeah, punt coming. So they changed the rules 1 or 2 years ago. I think maybe 1 year ago, yeah. Okay, so that's funny. On YouTube, what's for dinner tonight, Chronic says. So, we got burgers on the menu. Burgers on the menu tonight, Chronic. Chronic, I think that you're untouchable now in this contest, especially after tonight. I think you can just sit back and cruise. This is
Well,
pretty.
it looked for a second that the under was looking pretty good the way New England grinded that clock down, but then the quick turnover, field goal, and then 3 and out. Looks like we might have an over here.
Unless the Jets just don't even score.
Yeah.
The Patriots, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But you do have the over in this one, eh?
I took 42.5.
Right. So
How are we doing
actually,
on hockey tonight? What are the scores in the hockey?
Okay, let's quickly check that. So yeah, Philly 5-0 over Vegas.
I had the over in
Toronto
that
is
one.
now leading 3-2 over Columbus in the second, and that second period is over. Colorado and St. Louis are tied 1-1. And there's 2 minutes left in the first, and Ottawa Dallas just started this second.
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah, that's my bookie killer today of the day. I got the over in that one. So who do I like this weekend for football? Because William, I was going to say, if you remember, I had Michigan for my college football pick, and I had the Titans as my NFL. When you asked me this, so this is a question coming from Twitch, and he wants my best bets in each of the two, my two biggest blowouts, and those what I gave against the spread. That's what I gave last weekend. And so this weekend in college, my biggest, and so this is for you too, Chad, because we'll ask the same thing to Dan in the second half here. But let's hold that thought, and maybe you can think about this one. Think about, and I'll let, you might not have the college scores up there, but I'll go through some of the NFL ones there for you, Chad. I just need to go to the toilet for 1 second, so I need you to carry the show here for about 3 minutes, okay? You just got to talk about the game. All right, I'll be right back.
I think they just said that I can't read any of the questions that might come, but...
No, exactly. So, it's just you here on the camera now. I'm leaving the room for like 2 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Bolden with the reception. And my feed is about 6 seconds. Big catch by Bolden. I have Brady, Bolden, and Gordon in my fantasy. I need 3 points to win in my head-to-head showdown. The guy I'm playing has Edelman. So you'd like to think anything Brady Edelman get will offset each other. But as long as Brady spreads it around, I think I'm going to okay. And Gordon is not even on the field. I didn't check my line tonight, but I had no place him with, so. Bad throw, Brady on. I think they can kick it here. Or they might, the Patriots, they might even go. Brady, looks like he's staying on the field 4th and 6. The Patriots aren't messing around here. Midfield, they're going for it. I'm not even a Patriots fan, but sometimes, Brady fell in my lap in my fantasy draft, so I had to take him. All he does is produce. And converts to the old veteran Ben Watson. I thought they released him. I read he came back.
All right, I'm back.
I thought Watson was.
What happened here? Wow. You're right. This one could go over, though.
Brady just converted 4th and 6 to Watson. I thought Watson was back from suspension. Didn't play the first game back.
Yeah.
For some conduct detrimental to the team or something, and then they released him, and then I seen him just catch a pass here.
Right. All right. So
I haven't seen Josh Gordon on the field.
So for college football, I just wanted to answer that one quickly for William there. Because I have looked at both the college and the NFL boards completely. And I did have one or two plays which really stood out to me. And now, of course, they're escaping me. Wow. Yeah, I do. I do have a pick that I like. Yeah, touchdown. 17-0 in the first quarter. Now they just take the foot off the gas and run it. And let the defense steal the show from here on out.
You think so?
You would hope. You would think.
What time is it? It's almost 7. We're still in the first quarter.
Right. Well, here it's moving pretty quickly, this game, I would say. There's been very limited penalties, completely. But anyways, my big pick is, in college football this weekend, California. Plus 18 and a half. Plus 18 and a half. That's my pick in college football, William.
Did they allow? They're reviewing this play. Oh, they allowed it.
So there was a big. Chad, did you vote this today?
Yes.
Okay, and so did I. Because I could vote at my kid's school. That's where it happened to be, where I had to vote. So it was totally perfect. Just had my card, went into the gym, boom. So I voted. Who did you vote for?
My riding had a communist party.
Oh, really?
A Christian heritage party.
Both.
An independent and a people's party.
Holy smokes.
We
That's
had
pretty
7
crazy.
different in my riding.
So did you vote for one of those more underground?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I voted liberal.
Well,
Anyways, I don't want to bring politics.
That,
Some people are going to hate me for that, but oh well.
Well, early indications are the Liberals are leading out east, so.
Guess it's over then. So yeah, we got some good numbers across the board here. As I say, Twitch I can't look at Twitch as being the main sort of platform. Although we're getting people on everything. So you can start posting your picks in Discord, Chad. You should when you look at that a little bit more, you see that there's different sections in there. And yeah, you've been a great guest for sure tonight, and we have one more quarter to go here. And then I have to then second half Kaiser will be coming on, second half Dan. Actually, Dan is a huge handicapper.
Give it to Bell.
Sorry? Were you talking about the play on the field there?
Yeah. Well, it's funny, kind of the theme of the day yesterday were these people returning from injury. Trubinsky up in Chicago.
So, yeah, what did you think about that? I actually had the Bears, so I was...
I had the Saints all the way. I thought that line was wrong. There's no way that team should have been... There's no way Chicago should have been favored against a 5-1 team. I think
seemed like a letdown spot for the Saints. They are...
The Saints have been undervalued ever since Breeze has left, and they've been 5-0 since Breeze has left.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be the letdown spot if Breeze comes back this week.
Okay, so you are a big Teddy Bridgewater fan.
Hey, I mean, I'm not really a fan, but he's getting it done.
Yeah, no, it's hard to argue with that.
I thought that letdown was going to happen when he started that game in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Because Seattle never loses at home, and they've already lost twice.
Right. So, yeah. What is going on in the NHL now? 3-2 Leafs Jackets, 5-0 Flyers.
I have the over in that one, but I also took Vegas.
And no score in the Sens Stars.
What about the Leafs and Jackets?
3-2, end of the second for Toronto.
I have Columbus plus a half puck in regulation.
You have Columbus plus a half in regulation?
Yeah.
Mm.
Or plus a half puck. So they can lose in overtime, right?
Yeah, just got to get to overtime and you're good. All right, Sam Darnold. Are you guys going to do anything here? Oh.
I think you better
Look at
knock it
that.
off the bell again.
Well, you were right. That's exactly what happened.
There you go. There's your... The Jets need to realize it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. They got Bell.
I think that this is going to be a pretty awesome World Series, though, don't you think?
Well, I
The
think
pitching is awesome.
Washington just kind of finally... They've been there the last 4 or 5 years with that awesome pitching staff. Like Scherzer and Strasburg.
They could dominate this whole series.
They can win you 4 games between the two of them in any 7-game series. But they've never been able to get to the playoffs.
Oh my.
See,
Touchdown.
there's the biggest problem is that they put the ball, but they took it out of Bell's hands and they put it back in Sam Darnold's hands.
Man, he's just the blundering fool in this.
Just hand
In this
the ball
game.
off, Sammy. The fans do not look happy.
No. Oh.
What about CFL?
man. And he wasn't touched, so he got up and he ran, and that was it.
What do you think in CFL? It's pretty much Hamilton versus one of three teams in the West.
I would have to defer to you on that, honestly. But I'm totally interested in it. So, what do you think?
I haven't been watching closely, but I know there's three teams in the West with 10 wins.
Well,
And
being
I
from
think some of
Calgary,
these-
it means a lot more there than you know what I mean? It means a lot in certain parts of Canada, for sure. And Calgary is definitely one place.
Yeah, the Grey Cup's here.
This year?
It's in Calgary. So defending the Stamps, obviously defending. They look mortal this year. Usually the last few seasons they've only lost 1 or 2 games. They've already lost 5. So I think they're 10-5. 11-5 maybe. But Edmonton and Saskatchewan have been just as strong.
Rocking the Pats D. So we have a lot of people here on. We have a lot of people here on Twitch right now, and a few people on YouTube. But yeah, 9 people watching on Twitch right now. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it sort of is. Yeah. So I'm a little surprised. So what I was going to say is to William, he asked me who I liked this weekend in football. Last week I gave 2. He wanted to know 1 college football, 1 NFL. And so in the college football I gave Michigan against the spread. They covered. I took the Titans and they won. You only gave the Pats 9.5. Actually, for the contest, Nerdlingers United, I made it as -10. That's an arcade game behind my guest. Yeah, I guess that is. Looks like he's got an arcade game in his house. Looks pretty. Is that what you're saying there, T-Jack? Still a bit low. At 10? It was 10, Nerdlinger. 10. That's what it was at kickoff, wasn't it? -10. I think that's what I had 9.5 in the what went out when I started live on the different streams, because that's what it was at the time when I put that little piece together probably a couple of days ago. I just don't see the Jets D doing anything, and Tom Brady is Tom Brady. Well, the Jets D had been the only good part of the team, really, up until this moment. But I mean, how can they?
Mosley's back, right? I just saw him on the field.
Tom Brady is a cheater. There, people are saying in our chat here now. A cheater.
Well, I guess you cheat if you gotta cheat to win, I guess.
Yeah, there is an old saying by some famous basketball players: if you're not, or even football players, if you're not cheating, then you're not trying. Have you heard that?
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, in baseball, that I've heard that. That's a famous saying. We should look that up. If you're not cheating, then you're not trying.
Or it's not cheating until you get caught.
Yeah, here it is. This is a famous saying. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Eddie Guerrero. Okay. Eddie Guerrero said that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Or I think Jesse the Body Ventura said, it's not cheating until you get caught.
Somebody in the chat is asking, what arcade game is that?
It's Contra.
Contra. So there you go. So yeah, that's right. I do have that in the Twitch there. I'll change that to Jets plus 10. That's what we had it at. Pats win. Who would have known, says declaring intent. Boom. Touchdown. Oh, there's a flag. That's not going to matter, I guess. Somebody in chat
Holding?
is saying that they have Contra on NES Classic.
Yeah, it's a different game. This is the old school arcade. There's only 4 levels, and I think the Nintendo Classic added a few levels into that version.
So that was overturned because of a flag.
Did you see the Julian Edelman documentary?
Your friend lost 2K betting against the Pats. Yeah, that'll happen. When? Tonight? Not already. It's already lost.
Have you seen the Julian Edelman documentary?
No.
It was great. I'm not even a Pats fan, but it's pretty good.
Really? Oh, I'll have to check that out. Why? Is he just an interesting guy and he's got an interesting story or what?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Right. You wouldn't think that, but I mean, you never know, right, about people, so there you know.
Well,
There you
he's
go.
got a lot of like Marky Marks in it, Mark Wahlberg. And he kind of, they all talk trash. It's kind of funny. And
Yeah.
then Brady doesn't show up, and they kind of, for his interviews, so they just show this empty chair with his name in front of it. Because they're making like Brady's too busy to come deal with his documentary. Yeah, he had a dad. His dad was his coach, and
Wow.
hard worker, likable guy.
So there's some people here that really hate the Patriots, and they're really in Twitch here.
I normally do too, but I mean, I'm kind of.
They've grown on you?
It's not like the Yankees or the Montreal Canadiens.
It's getting close to that, though.
It's more important. It's the same dynasty though.
It's very close to that. Oh,
It's the
that's
same
gonna
dynasty.
be.
It's
Look at
not-
that.
It's not like the Habs had the 70s and 60s and the 50s, and the Yankees had the 20s and the 30s and the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the same 20-year span of Patriots dominance that we'll probably never see again. I won money on the Giants both times they won the Super Bowl. I
Oh
was in
yeah, I
Vegas.
think I did as well. Yeah.
I was in Vegas, and they opened up at 17.5. So I didn't take the Giants on the money line. I wish I did, but I said, well, I might as well take them at plus 17.5. And they won the game by 3 outright.
And then the second time.
The second time the spread wasn't at. The first time, that's
No.
when they were undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're 17.5 point favorites, and the Giants barely beat Green Bay, I think. They won in Lambeau to go.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, nothing. Nothing doing. This would be good for the under, but not for the over. If they could hold them to a field goal here.
Yeah.
I want the Pats and the under. The Browns' reign of futility is a dynasty in itself, never going to be repeated. It's more impressive than the Pats. Did you vote?
That's funny.
So my brother is a true Browns fan. True Browns fan. Touchdown. Are you going to a game this year, T-Jack? I voted. We already talked about this. I was already asked earlier. I revealed my vote. I voted for the greatest prime minister in the history of the world for 4 more years. 4 more years. So there you go. So yeah, my brother is going to a game in Cleveland. I think like really soon. Before the new year even. Obviously. I mean, they're not going to be playing past December. Well, more Liberal supporters here. Bills, Browns. Really? Are you really going to that game? That's incredible. And so, is Neil going too?
The Bills are 5-1. They're clout.
If he's going, are you going with Neil? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. That's hilarious, man. Well, that'll be great for you guys. Yeah, I know who he is. That is hilarious that you guys are going to do that. Really funny.
Fast same-day tire service, no appointment needed. This is not those amateur SUV. This is the SUV that continues to.
So, should we take a quick look at the NFL card? Because I wanted to say that. So my pick for the college football is on California plus 18.5 points versus Utah. There you go. That's my pick there. But if we want to look at the NFL, I was going to say on Thursday night,
Looks like another blowout.
I'm suggesting a teaser. A teaser.
What's Minnesota favored by?
16, you can still get it some places.
16?
Yeah. If you like Washington. But it's 15.5 or 16. So I'm saying take Washington plus 23 and the over 34. That's my wager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I don't know, like really these really lopsided like single games, you know what I mean? Like these primetime games where there's only one game like this one and it's so lopsided. I don't know. I just think that a teaser it is good. To use it on, you know, if you're going to bet a teaser, use it on those or do it on those games.
Well, it's funny. The underdog, I think, started off the season 4-5-0 on Thursday nights.
Yeah. And how about the unders to begin with? Remember the unders coming in just on every Monday, Thursday game was going under completely. You know, every home dog was winning. I mean, and so that's.
I know. I really think the game on Thursday is going to look a lot like this game with the Vikings. Just
they really have. I changed my return ticket from Toronto. I'm going to France. Okay. I won't. Although she could be watching this. So my brother is going to France and
Like, I don't even think the Jets should get cute anymore. Like, they just give the ball to Bell. Give the ball to Bell.
Right.
And so they need to pass it because Darnold is not doing anything passing.
No, this is
running
a
down.
travesty.
Like, if he has no business passing on this play. 2nd and 5, hand it off. He throws it.
Aw.
And nothing good happens. 2nd and 5, that was.
They did get the
Well.
flag. Yeah. That was such a late call. They were really begging for that.
Okay, well, same thing again. Hand it to Bell.
So, okay, you're right. We were going to look at, right, Cleveland. No doubt. What do you think about Cleveland next weekend, Chad? In New England. Cleveland
I
coming
think
out of its
he's gonna
bye.
go- The Cleveland fired Bill Belichick. He's not going to lay off the gas. They probably don't like the brashness, the trash talking. Odell Beckham hasn't done anything in 3 years. He's been injured every year. Wide receivers don't come back from those types of injuries and go back to their dominant selves.
Neither does any player.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, not running back, not wide
Like when
receivers, not.
Last week he took that punt back and they thought like he's going to make something happen and he lost 12 yards. Cutting back and thinking he's going to like turn the field like.
Mm-hmm.
And they're passing on. And another flag. Well, Demarius, he started the year in New England, right? So they're probably playing each other pretty hard. They played all summer in practice. Worked against his defense all summer.
Well, I would be happy with.
Darnold,
This-
2 of 4 for 6 yards.
Sorry, what was that stat?
Bell has more yards rushing than Darnold has passing. Bell's got more yards rushing on one play than Darnold has passing this entire game. Keep handing it to Bell. Let's make this a game.
I don't know. Do you really think Cleveland has? Yeah, I'd say the only chance Cleveland has is if Nick Chubb has a huge game. He's got to have a monster game. You know what I mean? Like 175 yards type of game. And then they have a chance. That's it. You guys are morons. Oh. I'm gonna have to refresh this, Chad. Hey, there we go. That's working. I think. Hey. Technical difficulties. Hey. You gotta turn on your camera. Hello? Hello? Chad turn on his camera? Will this work again, or do we need to go to second half Kai's a little before second half? That was working really good though with Chad, and he's been a great guest so far. Honestly, really great. Who have the Pats beat? Miami, Skins, Jets, nobody, Bills. That's it. Brady is old. But that defense is putting up record-setting numbers. Hello, Chad. Hello? 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 All right. Chad's rebooting or something. That might be the end. He was a good guest, though. Really was. Had some good insights, and oh, he's messaging me here. Oh, his phone died. All right, so yeah, Chad is done for now, and we're gonna switch from the 1960s NFL music back to a little and get ready for the second half. We're gonna get ready for second half Kai's. He's gonna be around for his second half bet. Underground sports gambling content. Anyways, that was really good from Chad. Had a lot of fun with Chad. Gotta go to work? All right, Tim. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Later. All right, you're gonna miss out on second half Kai's though. And if you guys go to the Discord, you're gonna get Kai's second half pick. I would say Jets, personally. 24-0. The Patriots are gonna let up on the gas and just try to run it out. Oh, it's another interception. Can't take it no more. I got a good feeling. All right. No, I'm getting pumped up for the second half to bring on our second half guest, Dan Kaiser, one of the truly biggest handicappers in the entire world, and he's coming off a huge week. We can talk to him all about that and who he's on tonight. I think he might be really enjoying what's going on here. Wow, huge interception. But yeah, wait. So you guys, if you're on Twitch, I really, really urge you to join us in Discord because it's way cooler in there, and we can talk about anything and do anything, and you're gonna get Kai's second half pick every time. Oh, I hear my family coming back here. I'm going to quickly say hi to them. And so this is a perfect time to take a quick break. And I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Here we are. So yeah, our second half guest is going to be Dan Kaiser. So yeah, you guys are just watching me eating burgers. We're just waiting to bring on our second half guest, and maybe we could even bring him on early. Dan is here. I'm kind of curious who he is going to take in the second half. I guess he doesn't have to take anyone. But if you guys want to see that, that's in our Discord here. And you go to free picks. Here, we could watch this for a second. Let's watch this.
These aren't just the only considerations when we handicap games, but these are definitely some of our favorite spots to target these large numbers. Partly why we like this play is we are definitely contrarian style bettors. We also look towards long-term value, and we like to always target these spots. And we are probably one of the few people that will be giving up plays where we will be siding with not only taking the spread, but we will also recommend taking the money line as well, as this has worked out for us long term throughout the course of the season, and how we've seen success throughout in our own handicapping, and what we also hope to bring to this channel. So I believe if you stick with us long enough and you see the series of these videos being released, long term, if we continue to stay with what we've seen already as success in our own personal betting style, but also what we're releasing on this channel, you will see that there is going to be value when we take these dogs at plus money as well. So if you go back, although it wasn't a video, but last Sunday we had the Colts upsetting the Chiefs, and that was another big, I think it was like plus 250 in that game. So we often will always release a spread. We'll also be taking a money line, because we also believe there is long-term value there, and there's going to be long-term profitability. I would hope most people would tune into this channel and subscribe, based on the fact that it is a popular bet to take the Patriots, and we are here to be the counterintuitive to those things and kind of give you a different side of things. So ongoing that.
Anyways, that's from one of the many free picks and the quality that you get when you come to our channel. And while that one didn't work out, many of them do. Yeah, that was super quality, for sure. So maybe I can try to get a hold of Kai's here. Alright. He's bring him in for the second half. Dan Kaiser. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Nice. All right, now we can see you great. Yeah, you're looking good. Oh, that's a great poster of
A little old school.
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Old school. Yep. Got
Yeah.
new shoes.
So, what do you think? What are you leaning to here in the second half?
Right now, so I see the lines from Pinnacle. Right now, I'm leaning New England.
New England.
Yeah.
To just keep hammering on them here and not give any points and just score a little bit and cover the.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not sure why, because you would think it'd be New England plus money or plus points.
No, I don't think so.
I'd be surprised if it, or at least it'll be.
Or maybe they would be plus points. Maybe you are right. Maybe they would be. Maybe the Jets would be favored by -2.5 or something, right? I guess we'll see. We'll see in a second.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
What does the chat think? What does the chat think that's the second half over? Turnovers will continue, says Joe Vicen. Hey Joe, if you're not subscribed, you definitely should and help out the show in the early going here. We're just getting things going, and anyways, we have a few minutes here before the early lean here. I thought we were already into the second half.
no, no. You guys slow down here a little bit.
Exactly. Second half over. Turnovers will continue. I don't know if they score again here, then I would lean under. But I have the under. So, Mr. Kaiser, how's it going tonight?
Good, good.
Yeah,
Enjoying this game so far.
yeah.
Yep. My boys, the Spartans, are come out #1 ranked in basketball to start the season.
Right, and so the NBA starts on Tuesday,
Yep.
and so when does the college basketball season? Like a couple of weeks after that, then?
Yeah, the state's first official game's November 5th against Kentucky. So, it's not easy. They start out November
Joe
5th.
Vicen. So we have a guy here just in chat on YouTube saying he took a proposition, Bell rushing over 59.5 and the Jets first half +6. Well, that one isn't looking too great.
Yeah, that first half isn't looking too good. I think I'd chalk that one up as an L.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I had New England tonight, -9.5.
so was it last Monday or last Thursday? Maybe it was Thursday. We were talking, and we were asked by one of the people in chat, William.
Yeah.
He asked
Yeah,
our
yeah,
best
yeah,
bets. Yeah. And so I went 2-0 with my best bets. And so I don't know. What did you go with yours?
I don't remember my pro play, but
Well, we should
my college one.
we should do again. And so in college, I've picked California as my free big bet.
Well, if you obviously you don't remember. The last week I had Wisconsin.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well,
didn't work out.
they can't. Sometimes those types of picks happen. I mean, what can you say? For sure.
And oh well, this week.
But
At least
that was
I-
your free pick. That was your free pick. What did you do last weekend with your paid selections on college football?
I had college Saturday. I had Michigan.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
That's a winner.
Michigan, Ohio State.
And then on Sunday, you had a
Florida.
decent day.
Yeah, pros I went 2-1. I lost. I had the 49ers. I lost that one by a half. They only scored 9
Yeah,
points.
no, that was a difficult one for a lot of people, for sure.
So, and then I had the Rams and Green Bay. So a couple of easy wins in there.
Okay, yeah, the Rams, that was good.
And then Green Bay was pretty easy over Oakland.
Yeah.
I split my 2 NHL games. Lost one in a shootout again. Yeah, college I had Michigan. Michigan, Texas A&M, Florida, and Ohio State. My only loss was Arizona State.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good weekend.
So my big free one that I'm giving away is California this weekend. They're playing against Utah, getting 18.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arkansas minus 31.5 against Bama.
Arkansas.
Yeah, they're terrible.
You're going to take Arkansas?
Yeah.
Getting all those points, okay.
Yeah,
So then let's go to the NFL and your big NFL bet. What's that going to be?
NFL. Rams.
The Rams, okay.
Rams
There you
minus
go.
13.
Going to smash
Rams.
Cincinnati.
Minus 13.5.
I guess I like Houston versus Oakland to bounce back, and for Oakland, who's playing the 5th week away from home, 5th straight week. The only home game in that time has been in London for them.
It's not really home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, but what's the spread on that one?
6.5.
Oh, okay.
So there we go. Mine are California and Houston, and yours are Arkansas and
The Rams.
the Rams. All right. So if you want to talk NBA basketball, that's starting up. And so my first guest, we were talking a little bit about that. We were talking about opening night, and we were talking about, because it's LA without Paul George against the Lakers, who are a small favorite on the road, right? Because it's the same building.
Is Davis playing? I haven't looked that close.
So Paul George isn't playing.
I know that.
I think Anthony Davis is playing. Did he have a finger injury or something?
Thumb.
No? I don't know.
Dislocated, right his thumb.
Okay, well, I don't know actually about that, actually. So why don't we find that out?
He's not listed.
Well, then I'm sure he's playing. Yeah, no, he's not listed as out. Only Paul George, that's it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Without George, I would probably lean the Lakers.
Me too. In a
But,
big
I mean,
smash job, I'm expecting, like, of epic proportions.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
if George is playing, I mean, Clippers aren't bad. They got some players that can shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he's playing, you got Leonard, George, Lou Williams,
Yeah, no, I like Lou Williams, but
and Patrick Beverly.
yeah,
He can score. And Montreal Herald's not bad. Not okay. So
Montreal Harris, yeah,
Montreal Herald.
Harold.
There, Herald, not Harris.
Okay, Harold. Okay,
But they got some guys that can score.
yeah, no, Kawhi Leonard
But
is amazing.
but without George, without
When they were
George,
down 2-0 to Milwaukee last year, and then he just willed them back 4 straight after that.
yeah, and a lucky bounce.
Mm. I was against the 76ers, but yeah, that whole
Still.
thing. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, well, I personally have the Patriots and the under in this game.
Yeah, I don't know. Thunder's not. Yeah. What do you have to have the under at?
It's gonna be
43?
around 21 or
No.
22
What do
or
what do you have?
23 or something.
What do you have the under at as your bet?
Well, I had
43?
the under for the game.
Yeah. What'd you get it at? 43? 43 and a half?
44, actually.
All right.
I think. Let me double check that now that you bring that up.
So you're not set too bad.
Hold on here. What did I get that exactly? Yeah, 44.
All right. No, you're not looking that bad, then. You still had a good chance. There was a game. I was out in Vegas years and years and years ago, and I think it was Oakland, Kansas City. I
Yeah.
took the under 35 and a half. It was 35-0 at the half, first half.
Huh.
So
And then it came in.
I ended up just going to the bar and drinking. The game ended up 35-0. They didn't score in the
Right.
second half.
Yeah, I know. That happens all the time, for sure.
Usually when I have the over.
Right.
Usually
Yeah,
when I have the
no,
over.
it works both ways. Yeah. Looks like a lock, and then they don't score anything. Or it looks like it's dead in the water, and then it's a miracle and they don't score anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get the.
Yeah, no, that's pretty regular.
Yeah, pretty regular. But I would always say about 80% of the time it's always against me.
Uh-huh. All right, so the second half is here, underway. Not quite yet, but at least we're into the halftime.
Yep.
So, should we quickly look at some NHL? What's going on here? Wow, Columbus beats Toronto 4-3. Dallas, Ottawa is only 1-0, but there's St. Louis smashing Colorado 3-1. That's good. So I had St. Louis, but I also had the over again, Ottawa, Dallas, and that looks horrible.
Yeah, I stayed away from NHL today. I just had the football game. Like,
Well, let's look at the NBA then. The next day, it's Detroit at Indiana. What do you think about Detroit?
they should be decent this year. I mean, Griffin finally played well last year, and I think they'll be decent. Again, you know, it's like every sport. That's like I always say, every sport. I just don't like. I don't play and jump in too early. But yeah, I think I don't know. Let me just give you a quick look here.
What about Cleveland and Orlando?
Well,
Or what about Indiana? What do you think about Indiana?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it'll all depend on Oladipo, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is he? Because I know he got hurt last year at the end of the year. Let me move up a bit here. Yeah, see, Oladipo's out. Griffin's probable. I think Indiana lost a couple other players. Probably. I'd look at it tomorrow and see if any upgrade on Griffin, but I'd probably take Detroit the points.
On the road in Indiana.
I'd be looking, and there's no line, so but I'd just maybe looking the over/under in the Bulls game. Bulls play no deep. Bulls are going to play no defense again this year.
Wow, look at Boston getting 5 points in Philadelphia.
Hey, I don't know. Simmons finally hit a three. He finally shot a three at least. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dallas could be a fun team to watch this year. With the two big white boys.
All right, buddy. So what's your official second half play?
I'm trying to get the update the line here.
For all the people out there. All right. Finish my
All right.
dinner. And
Second half, Patriots minus a half, and the over/under is 19.5.
sorry, what is it?
Patriots minus a half, over/under is 19.5.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Your call.
I put a very small play lean on the under 19.5.
Okay.
Minus
There's the
106.
official play.
That puts the game under the total.
Cool.
Well, under your total.
I like it.
Nice. Like I said, I think New England's not gonna.
Last game they played, they scored 24 in the second half. Joe Vicent is saying.
New England's gonna score 24. I ever see the Jets score?
No, I like the under. I like the Jets too, actually. I just don't think
The
that
only way,
New England's going to try to
Yeah,
do
but the
anything
only-
but just run it and not care about doing anything. Why do they have to do anything at this point?
that was Belichick. Yeah, I think the only way this game will go over, I think, is if the Jets get a meaningless touchdown in the last minute or two, because New England just got to play defense.
Mhm.
But other than that, I just don't see them scoring.
So we have people watching, yeah, on every platform tonight. I'm trying to like monitor. As I say, we're still testing you guys. It's difficult when one guy's trying to do everything at once. But yeah, no, this is going well. Tonight's two guests. Chad was really fun and great tonight. He had some fun stories and different things. And now Kais is coming in with his second half pick. He's coming in strong.
So what do you
got
think
a
about the
big
World
week this
Series?
week, eh?
What do you think about the World Series?
Oh yeah, so we were talking earlier about that, and so I've already been asked that a few times now what I think about the World Series, and so my official wager on that is for game one anyways, is Washington plus 1.5. At like minus 120 or something. I think that's pretty good. Plus 1.5 runs.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right as long as Scherzer gets through the first inning or two. I mean, he's been known and he's done it in the playoffs, and he's always done it in playoff baseball. He always if he gets past the first inning, he's great. But he's been known to give up early home runs.
That's true.
But
But
he gets
I mean,
too.
anything
he's
can
too out
happen
when
in
he goes
these
out there.
in
What was that?
this sort of anything can happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's always like too excited, or too amped when he goes out there, and he just doesn't have pinpoint control. But
So
You
and
know,
you just think that Garrett Cole is a machine?
yeah, but it's just the thing with Scherzer. If he can get through the first inning without giving up that one or walking a guy and giving up a two-run home run, he'll be fine.
Right.
But what was it? One of the games in the playoffs, I think he did that. He gave up a 3-run homer right off the bat, and that was it. He didn't allow another hit or many. But that's the thing, it's just and going against Houston and Cole and Verlander, you can't give up that early run.
No, it's in
If Cole gets that early run, or gets if you can stake Cole to a couple run lead, I mean, then he's almost like unhittable. So
yeah, that's why I'm non-committal on the series, but I'm trying to look at game one.
right,
I'll get a better judge of what's going on after game one, but anyways, that's what I'm going with. I think there's value in that wager to have 1.5 runs on a super hot Washington lineup and a Scherzer that, yeah, if he is on, then could easily dominate and win the game, no question.
because what Houston did against the Cardinals, that was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd seen anything like that. I can't remember seeing anything like that over like the 3-4 game stretch. Sanchez 1 hit through 7. Who was next? Verlander 1 hit through 7. Cole 1 hit through 7. It was incredible.
no, that's an awesome lineup. I mean, pretty incredible. Both teams have such incredible lineups. Washington has been, yeah, as Chad was saying, they've been knocking on the door for so long and finally came together this year.
Yeah, without Harper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Hey, Bookie Killer. Okay, hold on. What about the over in Game 1 of the World Series? Yeah. Greg Rindosh and Joe Visan. Both of you guys. Make sure you guys give a like to the show. Yeah, Nats are the underdog. They have nothing to lose. I do like the over. I definitely like the over. I think there's value there on that low number. Absolutely. What about you, Greg Rindosh? These are people in our chat, so we're talking to different people on different platforms here. This is coming from, so we're streaming to 5 different things. This is coming from YouTube. What about you, Greg? What do you think, buddy? Nats are the underdogs. They have nothing to lose, so I'm thinking you're leaning towards Washington. Haha, okay. Well, yeah, like the show and help us out in the early going. Subscribe to the show and on YouTube. You know, okay, he thinks Houston should win. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. That's definitely the most popular pick. I just think that in the playoffs, it comes down to momentum and timing and so much external factors. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be the only other. I mean, as Scherzer had too much rest.
Has it? Well,
As that time off.
This has been Cole's year. It's hard to go against him, but Scherzer does have the ability, and if he can get deep enough, then anything can happen.
Well, I agree.
Right. So Greg is saying that Corbin is the wild card in this series. That's a lot of pressure on him. Out of both teams' rotations, he would seem to be the weakest point as far as experience and all the rest of it. And so he's saying if it goes 7, he'll start 2. Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess if Corbin steps up and has the series of a lifetime. No, it's hard to go against Houston. They have the home field. They got the better rotation.
Who's?
Washington's lineup, though, that hitting lineup has been unbelievable.
Who's Houston's third pitcher?
See how Nats do with a designated hitter, yeah.
I would just, I don't.
So what do you lean on as far as the total, Dan?
Under.
Under, okay. Well, it's hard to argue with that with Cole on the mound and with Scherzer, but I kind of like the over.
It's hard though, but here's the problem though. You'd almost need like 8 or 9 innings from Scherzer because the Nationals bullpen sucks. That's been their biggest problem all year is their bullpen. So, but I don't know. I can see it. I can almost see it being a 1-0 game. So, I would lean under.
Yeah, I'm a little non-committal about the series, but if I had, that's what I'm choosing. I'm taking the Nats on the run line. Okay, so your official play on this one was the under in the second half, correct?
1.5.
The under 19.5. So far, this clock is running. Under looks good, says Greg.
Dinner yet? Pizza.
Greg Rindosh has a bunch of prop bets going. Is Dan in the Discord? Dan is in the Discord. He is. So, Greg, did you join our Discord? Let me get that for you if you haven't. Oh, is that another interception? My, oh
Yep.
my.
Yep. Yep, another interception.
Yeah, Dan's in the Discord, and he often gives out lots of free picks and free plays and stuff. Okay, he's in there. Okay. Yeah, we want to encourage lots of free picks and free advice. I'm the Insider's Room, and Dan is Dan Kaiser Sports in Discord. And what's your name in Discord? Maybe you're not in our Discord. Grindosh. I don't think you're in our Discord. I think you're in Shooter McGavin's Discord. And so we're sort of partnering up. I just did. I posted the link there. I think you gotta copy and paste it. You got it? So let's take a quick look at the NHL scores. Blues are leading 3-1. Stars have a 2-0 lead over the Sens. Yeah, I like that Blues pick. That was my big pick tonight.
Yeah, I got my big game of the month play up, posted over at Covers right now
Okay,
for college football.
right. Okay, Greg Rindosh. I'm in the YouTube chat. Yeah, and I'm this link here that I'm sending to you, Greg, and I'm in the YouTube chat as well. That's the invite. But what's your name? Grindosh, but I need to have more than that. I need to have the numbers too. So it's Grindosh what? And then I can send you an invite. Hold on. Copy. Okay, Grindosh 7266. Let me do that. Okay.
So did I hear correctly earlier? You were on the Bears Sunday.
I was on the Bears Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was close. I stayed off. I was so close to taking the Bears, but I spent all day listening to a certain Chicago sports station. That basically, I started listening to it when it first came on the air. Was it 30 years ago or so? 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and now that
Huh.
you can get
I'm
it.
not finding you on there, Grindosh. I can't seem to find you on there. It's not showing up on there. But if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, then I'm posting those links all the time, and you can just go through the either Twitter or Facebook. So I can't seem to. Oh, hold on here. There he is. There, I gotcha. Invite the server. There you go. He's already a member.
Ah, there we go.
I'm gonna add him as a friend. There we go. Perfect, buddy. He loves the Packers -3. The Packers and the under. Alright, so, yeah, no score here. Brady,
Yep.
3 and out.
Good start. Good start. Pin him deep. Let him drive, move the ball a little bit, make him punt. Just keep going back and forth.
Yeah. So, let's look a little more closely at that Green Bay game. Green Bay, okay, right. So that's the Sunday night game. That does look like a good game. Green Bay, Kansas City. He likes Green Bay. Why are we seeing that as -4 for Green Bay in Kansas City? That can't be correct. Huh?
But it is. What is out? Isn't he?
Huh? The only person that it could be would have to be the quarterback.
Yeah, I think he's out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. Guess that's the reason.
Yeah, Mahomes is out, and I don't even know who their backup is.
Okay. Mahomes is out.
I know he played last week. I just don't remember who he is.
Okay. So Mahomes is out. Matt Moore. And he's not
Yeah,
good.
Matt
Okay,
Moore.
that's right.
That's right, Matt Moore. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the total on that game? 48.5. get back to the Pats game here. Green Bay's weakness is that you can run on them. But KC can't run without Mahomes. Even with Mahomes, they were looking pretty shaky, honestly. They had lost the back-to-back home games, and so, yeah. That's probably a pretty good pick. Yeah, I think that's a good pick. Just to lay the hammer down, no mercy. Yeah, not a bad pick from Greg Grindosh there. And not a bad pick here from Dan Geyser on the second half here on this under.
Well, don't jinx me.
Oh man, that was the best play that he made all night. Hitting it out of the end zone there. Man, they look like the Keystone Jets here tonight. Couldn't do anything wrong in the last game against the Cowboys. So Greg is wondering, do you know if anything if Devontae Adams is going to be back?
I just saw. Questionable.
Questionable still, yeah.
So, continue. Okay. Yeah, you said they looked good last week, the Jets. Well, what's that tell you about Dallas?
Yeah, no, they're totally on again, off again. It's hard to get a read on them one week to the next when you can lose to the Jets and then come back and smash Philly like that. Not like Philly's done well this year. They've been completely inconsistent too, but
yeah, with Philadelphia, their defensive backfield is atrocious. They're banged up, they're hurt, they're slow.
What are you guys' favorite sports teams? I guess I like the NFL the most. I don't have a favorite team at all. I think that the Jets win was a gift last week. Dallas is better when Amari Cooper is on the field. So was he not in that Jets game? I don't know. I can't confirm that. Is that what you're saying, Greg? Okay, he got hurt early in that game. Yeah, no, that would change the dynamic, obviously. But still.
Yeah. And I think Dallas would be a fool to pick Prescott the kind of money.
So that was a safety on that, eh? That was a safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this is one of our most successful nights. Not in the most viewers of all time, but it's really looking good on all platforms, and we're having interaction on every platform.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're losing some viewers here now a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting late.
It was fun, and hopefully on Thursday.
Who's coming in Thursday?
About Dak, he has great numbers when he has Zeke and all his weapons.
And when they're playing shitty teams.
Yeah. So there was a big turnover there or something?
Yeah, interception.
Okay. He got hit on his arm. Big time. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, they can just keep trading turnovers. So,
Oh, well.
who's coming in the first half Thursday?
That's the best thing the Jets have done all night. So Greg is saying they have a horrible coach. They might not even ever win anything big. I have futures on the Saints and the Chiefs. Well, your futures on the Saints look good. Also have futures 18-1 on the Nats to win the World Series. Well, there you go. So Greg is... He was begrudgingly saying that Houston was the better team, but in reality, he has the Nats at 18-1. Good luck, man. I hope you got it. That would be amazing. Oh. Big flag. Oh, so he's gonna hedge. He's gonna take Houston and hedge it. That's definitely wise. You can cash out your futures bets, yeah. I didn't see any. Oh, look at that little touch on the arm, and that was the foul there, eh? Wow.
Yeah. So, who's your first half guest Thursday?
First half guest is going to be a gentleman known as 1530 Productions, and he's on Twitch, and this will be my first collaboration with anybody on Twitch or anything like that, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes. This will be his shows. Anyways, it'll move fast, and his show is, yeah, he's just really good and sharp, and I'm sure he's going to go on to a good career of broadcasting or whatever he's going to do. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be different, for sure. And awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
That sounds good. Sounds interesting.
So Greg also took the over 20.5 Darnold pass completions. He's only gone under that total at home one time in his career, so he's playing the numbers. And so far, he must be really struggling. I know, but this was against this historic Pats defense.
Interception.
Oh, man. So yeah, you are a few seconds ahead of us here.
Sorry.
But no, there you go. Jeez, this is a duck.
Yeah, that was not good.
Completed that pass, Greg, to the other side.
Yeah. Do they count? Do interceptions count for completion?
Well, how did that, let's just check some of the scores here. Dallas 2-0. But yeah, St. Louis is holding on here. This was the end of a really long road trip too for Colorado. a natural letdown spot for a team that's overachieving early, in my opinion. They got that great goaltenders. I don't know. St. Louis on a 4-game losing streak, the defending champs. At minus 130 at home. Unless Colorado pulls out a miracle here. That was my big play. But I also had a play on, the over. That was my bookie killer tonight. But I gave out on Twitter and Facebook was a play on the Blues. So, what's the Thursday night game? Anything more exciting? Nope. It is not. Other than to say how awesome Minnesota is looking now. And how horrible Washington is.
Heck, everybody
The
might.
number would be
everybody
3
might-
points higher if that was the case. At least when the Jets had Chad Pennington, he was terrible, but he never threw interceptions in the red zone. I don't know. Sam Darnold looked awfully good last week. I think maybe it's a testament to how good the Patriots defense really is.
Still not buying it.
Well, combination of the Super Bowl championship, of Brady being there, and this killer defense. Look at his numbers last year. They were terrible. He's not a pro quarterback. You're talking about Darnold here, Greg. You do not like Darnold at all. I don't know. Isn't that... I don't know. If you put Brady on the Jets...
They suck. Brady would have retired.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's got the best of the best around him in every position.
Well, it's not even that he has the best of the best. It's they just run a good system where he doesn't stand back there with the ball. He doesn't have to stand back there with the ball.
Sam Darnold is lucky he got mono. That's funny.
He might be getting it again soon.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, suddenly. Well, that's
Like Jalen Ramsey's back, and
Hey, are you two brothers? Blizz asks on Twitch. Did they stop you from playing the game? They did. They stopped me from playing the game. They shut me down when I was rebroadcasting. I was rebroadcasting the Twitch's broadcast of it, and so they stopped me. But now I have guests, and now we're hanging out, Blizz. Thanks for stopping by. And so now, Blizz, I'm streaming to Greg on YouTube is saying they don't look alike. But that's funny. Yeah, I know. They did stop me, and yeah, so I'm streaming on a whole bunch of different platforms at once here. And Dan Kaiser here, who's an exclusive capper at Covers Experts, who's had an unbelievable week, and you can go to Covers Experts and check him out more. And I really thank Dan for stepping up and helping me out with the show here. We go back a long time, from a long time ago. And anyways,
I get nothing.
But no, he's had a terrific week. And
we gotta get you sponsored by somebody.
well, we do have a sponsor of a sort. And in Twitch, you can see that. Intentional grounding on Tom Brady. Jeez, he just wants to get out of this game alive. Game is slowing down a little bit at this point.
Well, that's good. Good for the under. Gotta like that. So you got any plans of heading back to Vegas soon?
Yeah, definitely. At some point. How about you?
Yeah. I think probably. Thinking about going back in February.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not great for sports, but
Get good deals probably.
well, yeah, but one of our friends, his son's playing in a soccer tournament.
Nice. No, Blizz, I wasn't sure about that, and so when I was doing it that first night, I did have it off, and I wasn't positive. So, no, I didn't have the volume on at all. I was playing music, and I just had it reduced in a reduced window, but that was still enough for Twitch to shut me down doing that. And so, I would say that that's pretty much going to be the case. I can't stream anything, like any games or anything like that. So, for this, we just plan to... Okay, we have somebody commenting now on Facebook. He's saying, pretty embarrassing to have the Jets in this game. Who would have the Jets in this game? I don't have the Jets in this game. I went against the Jets. What about the Thursday game, though? It's another garbage heap of a game. What do you think, Jesse? Oh, looks like we lost Dan for a second. Come on, Dan. We'll have to time back here. Oh, looks like he went off for a second. Well, I'm going to use this moment, this break, to go to the toilet. Get ready for the third and final push. We'll get Dan back. We're going to rock into the final quarter here. You should make it a sports talk radio show. Kai's frozen, yeah. Kai's froze up, you guys. Grindosh is on here now. Okay, Grindosh. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be right back. And you should make it a sports talk radio show. Yeah, there's lots of that around, and maybe I am, and I'm just slowly evolving it, Blizz. You're right. I've come a long way in a short time, and I'm still sort of trying to figure it out. Like I'm streaming to 5 different platforms at once, and so there's a lot of these types of shows around and stuff, and mine's a little bit different than everyone's right now, and so I'm trying to figure out sort of the best angle for me. Yeah, no, I'm definitely considering that. Okay, you guys, we're gonna get Dan back here in a second. Dan has been here. Yeah, 5 different ones. Exactly, man. I'm on Twitch. I'm streaming to Twitter and Facebook. Also Mixer and YouTube. So there you go. There's Sam Darnold with a big completion on a 3rd and 7. Oh, and there's a flag coming out. And so that's why it is a little bit difficult to you gotta monitor each one. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Let's keep this going here. Alright, I think Dan is back. Here we go for the final push, you guys. Another successful test on many different levels. I'm really happy with what's going on here. bring Dan in. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. And let's bring Dan back in here. Yeah, it's a dud of a game. You're right, Chad. It is, buddy.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, I was just sitting here, and all of a sudden, all the lights went out. So
Wow.
it's kind of raining here. I live out in the country. Sometimes you know how it is. Just get a lot of rain, and sometimes
I do. I do know how it is.
it happens.
So Chad here is saying it's a dud of a game, but Chad, I'll just... So Dan here, he had his second half pick was on the under 19.5 points here, so that's looking great. Chad came on in the first half. Oh man, a shoelace tackle there to save another touchdown. Jeez. So yeah.
So what format's Chad on?
Chad's on Twitch,
I don't have that one.
but he's also part of our Discord. You guys should hook up on there. So Chad was a really great first guest.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. This one's really... So, here we go. The third quarter's over, and they scored all they scored was a safety. So here we go. Final quarter.
So you never answered my question I asked before. Have you eaten your hamburgers?
Yes, they're long gone.
Did you eat them online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if you were like, if
It
your
wasn't
buddy,
a big event this time. It was pretty...
No, I just wondered if your buddy was like claiming you were clickbaiting him again.
Right, that's right. He was pretty angry about that night.
Oh, another guy in a fedora eating nachos. So you're gonna be.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty funny. Another guy in a fedora eating nachos. Yeah. Okay, so we've given out our big bets. Okay, hold on. Here's Chad saying, did you see that Derek Carr fumble at the cone? Same as last year. 27 fumble into the end zone. I'm not sure what he's referring to on that one. The Derek Carr fumble at the cone.
Carr yesterday, they were going in to score. He was at like the 1 yard line, 1 foot line or something, and he fumbled, and it went through the end zone. So instead of getting a touchdown, they got a touch. The other team got a touchback.
Okay.
But I don't know what that. I don't remember what it has to do with last year, but.
I didn't see that play. That was against Green Bay then. Yeah, they've had a brutal road trip. Okay, so they showed the same replay, and he did the exact same thing in 2017. So it was like a side-by-side comparison 2 years apart of a dud thing that he did. And then he also, against Dallas in 2017. Wow. Okay, here we go. We're knocking on the doorstep. But yeah, why would they want to throw it? Just run it 3 times and kick a field goal. What does it matter? Let's run this clock. So yeah, I would say that the improvement of your new thing is all you gotta do here at this point.
I can't watch you on like YouTube.
No, because of the latency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It messes me up.
Yeah. You gotta just watch the game and listen to my voice exactly.
Yeah. Well, I have the voice coming through Discord, but I just kind of like slide it over just to see, you know, the handsome and the fedora. But it's just off. It just kind of it messes me up. But no biggie.
Nope, this has been it's pretty cool streaming to everything at once. At some point, if it gets big enough where there's like 20 and 30 people on each thing and people are chatting, you have to have mods and like moderators and people that are helping, you know what I mean? Because there's no way that I could ever. Yeah, I don't know how you would handle that. How would you handle that at that point? I'm not sure. Guess I'm going to have to figure that out. But for the meantime, this is how I do it. I sort of look at one for a little bit and then look at the next one and then listen to you and try to get back to the game. Check the levels of the microphones. Oh, that's not in. Keep that clock running.
What you need to do? You need to have kind of get it set up like my son has.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a couple monitors right in front of him. Got his computer. He's got his laptop off to the side. He'd be able to do it then.
Nice.
Are you just running everything off your laptop?
Well, it's not like I just pay for a service that broadcasts it to all those things at once.
Right, I understand that, but
Yeah.
but it's still you just.
No, I have a main streaming computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is only for streaming. I don't do anything with it other than stream with it. And they're in. $32-0. So they're gonna post the shutout, you think? Is Sam Darnold out?
I hope so. If they don't post a shutout this game, I think it'll go over.
Well, that's what I said to Chad in the first half. I said, yeah, that's the only way that this game's going under is if they post a shutout. So, yeah, on Thursday, hopefully 1530 Productions comes on here. And so if you're watching on Twitch, you guys got to go check him out.
the way that game will probably go, everybody will be off by the time I get on.
Well,
Like, God,
what
this
can you
game's over,
do?
I'm going- this
It's
game's
up to
over, I'm
us
going
to make it
bed.
exciting for them to stay on.
They'll be like, oh, this game's over, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. No. So what's the Monday game after that then? On the 28th. Huh.
Just like it.
Another really horrible one. Wow. Miami at Pittsburgh.
They all are horrible.
Miami at Pittsburgh. And then,
Oh.
so the 31st, let's see that one. Oh, that'll be a good one. That'll be a really good one. 49ers at Cardinals.
That game at least could be at least interesting. Even the thing about that Pittsburgh Miami game, it can't even be a tank for two a game
I know.
because Pittsburgh gave up their number one this year.
No, that's horrible for sure.
Have you seen the line?
I think it was like 15 and a half.
Yeah, well, yeah, I just at 14 and a half, but it started at 17. I know Miami's terrible, but Pittsburgh's nothing to write home about.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, we're playing some of the old NFL music just because you can't play a lot of different music. They make you get copyright strikes and different things and so we've covered basically everything at this point. We're just doing out the rest of the show here. The Stars and Senators haven't done anything. The Blues did win big time, so that's good.
So that's my role. I'm like the mop up man.
You're coming in to clean it up and to help us finish it up.
At the end of a blowout in baseball, I'm the utility infielder they bring in. They get the last 3 outs.
Exactly.
Right. We got one.
All right, buddy. No, it's time to starting to get slower here this game, the pace. More penalties. I would say that I could pretty much call the winner here at this point, too, in the contest. There's no point in delaying that, I would say. I am going to call the winner on the Pats.
So who's the first half guest next week?
Sorry?
Find out. first half guess for next week? You got them lined up?
Uh, tentatively,
Okay.
yeah. Everything's tentative at this point. We're still testing. We're not pretending that we're like, anything that we aren't at this point, but it's definitely coming along for sure. And I really appreciate, Dan, you coming on here and during the early start of this and see if we can do something with it.
Yeah.
As Sam
Oh,
Darnold throws another one away.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'll just be sitting here watching the game by myself.
Yeah.
I guess it's better talking to you than talking to myself.
For sure. No, I think it's a good opportunity for both of us, and I really like your new backdrop here and everything. It's perfect.
Yeah, it'll get better. I didn't. Like I talked to you on Monday. I don't have time to like get the other room set up yet. But no, I got. Well, this is stuff I've had for years. Obviously, I got jerseys and stuff. I can like do a rotating backdrop, so it's never the same.
Right, that'll be good.
Different things. So. I don't have your little man cave corner set up yet, but
Yeah, I had to use every single jersey I owned. I can't wear anymore because they're all on my walls.
So, how are your kids doing? I know we're at commercial break.
Yeah, no, they're doing good. Both had swimming lessons today, school, and all the rest of it, and
How old are they now?
soccer, and no, they're doing good. They're yeah,
How old are they?
2.5 or I guess now basically 3 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah. When they're young, they had when they're young.
9, 10,
Yeah, you always have
yeah,
to
you still got
include
another
that.
10 years.
You always have to include that half in there when they're young. That seems to make a difference. 3.5, and then when you get older, you're just 10, 11. You're not 11 and a half.
And then you're just always 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, but you still have time to enjoy them. You got like another 10 years.
Yeah. No, I'm.
And then once they get 15, then they start getting to, then they get to the point where they know everything.
Well, my kids already feel like they know everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't expect
Yeah.
it to be easy, but I'm at all at any point. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I wish they would just hurry up on this game here. Sometimes we've been over by 8:20 and stuff. So Dolphins Steelers, Ryan Fitzpatrick and Juju Smith next Monday. Wow. Horrible.
Yeah.
Just some really poor Monday, Thursday games. I think maybe they'd have cut down on those weeknight games. I think that the NFL might benefit from not having that Thursday game. Have better Monday night games. Although for bettors, it's not better.
Yeah, but it's just the way it is, though. It's just how the contracts are written. And who has the Monday night game? Is that NBC? I think they give a shitty Monday night game because it's NBC.
Mm-hmm.
And because of when who was it? Costas won then one of his his before when he used to do his like little editorials, and he kind of ripped the NFL for concussions,
Yeah.
and then he stopped. Then they kind of took him off that. And I think because it's the NFL that decides what. Well, I think it's the other two networks. They get the first pick of games, and then whatever game nobody else wants to play, they give it to NFL Monday Night Football. Some networks should, like, whoever that pays for Monday Night Football, when the contract comes up, says, "Well, I'm not going to pay." Everybody said, "I'm not going to pay unless I get a good game."
The game feels like it's slowed down to me. I don't know if it's because I really want it to be over. I think this has been the best game that we've had so far, or sorry, the best broadcast that we've had so far.
Yeah.
Just the two different guests, and it's been a lot of fun. But it's just kind of a dead game, and
Well, it seemed like the first half flew by.
yeah, that's right. The first halves do really sort of fly by, and this one in particular did.
Here's the thing. I just looked up. I see there's 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Thought there'd be like 4 or 5.
So, what do you think about like doing earlier streaming? Because I wouldn't mind doing that. Like on American Thanksgiving, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, I'd be more into that rather than going late, etc. Maybe we should try that out. Everyone's just going to be at home watching football.
Yeah, but the games do start early.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would
Yeah.
like to start early.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, what's first game kicks off at what, 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you said you're gonna do time slots. You just tell me what my time slot is, and I'll make sure I get it so the turkey's done at that time,
Right.
or a little bit that time, and then I can take a shot at the table, kind of like John Madden.
That'll be good. You'd be like the turducken,
Yeah,
chopping it up with your hand.
I won't have a turducken though. I mean,
You said you
It's
live in
only-
the country.
well, it's only me and my kids. So
Oh,
when I
yeah,
cook
yeah,
when I cook a 14-pound turkey, that's still big enough for us for a month.
yeah.
And I don't know the whole thing about stuffing a chicken inside a duck inside of a turkey.
Well, you gotta get a butcher to do it.
That takes some effort.
Yeah. Yeah, I would never do it myself. Couldn't do it, wouldn't do it. But yeah, more successful tests here. So who won the Canadian election? Huh.
So what was the election for?
For Prime Minister.
Oh, really?
Wow, it's a really unbelievably slim lead. Or not even. No, the Conservatives are currently leading the share and count. Somehow the Liberals have one seat. One. Maybe I'm not reading that correctly. not sure, honestly. Who's gonna win? Okay, NFL game. Let's get going here. Chronic Triggers has got mega chips. Wow, buddy. I think you are now officially unstoppable of winning that. And so, Chronic, I'm going to hook you up at Jazz Sportsbook. This is our book. So, of course, this is where I'm hooking you up.
All right. Right now, from what I see, the Liberals have elected 115 and lead in 39. That gives them 154. But they
Liberals
need
are going to
170.
win, but lose the majority, I think. They're going to win the election, but not have the majority.
But not have the claim of majority government, unless they. And I don't know what they did last. I don't know how you.
They had the majority. They had everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, but conservatives only have 119, so they'd have to. I mean, they could. Can't. Is it like England, where like the Liberals can join one of these other parties to form a majority?
That's a good question. No, I don't think it's. Or no, yeah, they do that. Yeah, they absolutely do that. Yeah.
Alright.
I need fast Wi-Fi here. Yep. And here.
Chronic Triggers has won, essentially.
Light changes color and intensity throughout the day, and lighter odds with this cycle.
Okay, so what are my political interests? I have no political interests. I'm politically uninterested. My political interests are, not worth anything. My thoughts on the politics of Canada or the United States. I think there's other people better suited to speak about that than me. I don't know. Lost you there for a second. First down, Jets. Sam Darnold. Let's just keep that clock running, boys. That's a good PC answer. I just learned that, I've seen people's opinions change, and politics is just so crazy anyways. That was a nice catch. That was the best pass that Sam Darnold's had all night. And it came in garbage time, down 30. Well, this one's looking good for me personally. I have the under. And I have the Patriots. So those two bets are looking good. So yeah, let me see that. Under 44. Over. So what's going on in that Ottawa-Dallas game? Oh yeah, it's not gonna go over, that's for sure. So I went 2-1 today.
Okay.
What are my political views? Yeah, I don't have any anymore.
Wow, come on.
Yeah,
Well, but see, here's the thing. I'm sure.
I'll let you get people that are more passionate about it than me speak
Well,
about it.
but
My
I'm
dad was
sure-
very political.
But I'm sure you could get away with it. It's Canada.
You would think that, but it's not. This no, it's just as insane here as it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I won't. I won't say anything. I don't want to.
exactly.
I don't want you to lose. I don't want you to lose viewers. People may try to ban you from coming to America.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's not just here. It's the same thing in England. I mean, because living in Thailand, one of my best friends for 14 years was from England. I mean, he used to always sit around in Thailand and say, oh yeah, this would never, yeah, these people, this never happened back in our country, and yada yada yada. And I came back here, and he went back to England, and we were like, what happened?
Yeah.
What
Greg,
happened after
Greg
you
is
left?
saying here he wants us to bet on our politics. There's sites that you can do that. And of course there are, definitely.
Yeah, nah. But we're both like, what happened? Because we came back to our home country, we're like, what happened to everybody? Everybody got stupid since we left.
I knew somebody who bet on Hillary Clinton actually to win the last election, $1,000.
Yeah,
And
well,
that did not work out.
man, I had, and like in everything, I had like a year. This is how bad my year run was. I had the Falcons against New England, right?
Oh, so did I. That was. I'm
Okay,
still
okay.
recovering
All
from that.
All right,
Horrible.
so they blew that big lead, and I'm watching it at work. They blew
I had
that
the
big
under
lead.
2 in that game. It was just brutal.
So there's that one.
Oh man.
Later, and that's when like Connecticut was on there like 150 women's basketball, like 150 not without a loss or whatever. On UConn basketball, lost. A
Mhm.
very big pro Remain in the Brexit thing in England. Very big Remainer, lost.
Yeah.
Hillary, lost. I gave up. I gave up with everything at that point. Like everything I was for like a year and a half. Everything I'm like, this is it. Nope.
Well, thanks again for sticking in late here, Dan.
No problem, mate. I'd be up anyway. Like I said, I'd be up anyway, sitting around by myself. Probably getting in Facebook wars or something with somebody.
Hmm. All right. Come on, Brady.
Yeah, I thought you said they were just gonna run the ball.
I don't know why they wouldn't. Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah, I see this. Some of the times, this I wish he just somebody take out his knee. why are you still in there? It's 33-0. Why?
Yeah, no, this would be a good opportunity for their backup. So Dan,
But see, I don't think they want to show. I don't even know if their backup's any good. I don't know who the backup is, but I don't think they want to show them.
so on Thursday, let's just quickly talk about Thursday. It's Washington at Minnesota. And so
Yeah.
you've given out a free winning pick here on the under. It would appear here, obviously. 9 points scored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm looking ahead here to Thursday now. Washington at Minnesota. And so I'm suggesting a teaser on that one, just because it's such a crazy game. And so I'm suggesting Washington at plus 23 and the over 34. Yeah. That's my Thursday night wager that I'm suggesting.
Yeah.
And so, Dan, we're coming down to the end of this game here. We've put in a lot of time during a pretty boring game here at the end, and I'm thinking, why don't we just call it here in the final few minutes instead of doing out to the end here, and we can come back again on Thursday.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy?
Yep, I'll be here.
Okay, and I want to say thank you to everyone that came tonight, that Greg, and to so many other people that came on different platforms. The show we're evolving, and you guys are part of it at the beginning here, and we're just sort of, each time we do it, it gets a little bit better, and we get to do different and new things. So thank you. And come back and get free winners and hang out and have fun. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Sounds
All right.
good, mate. And yep, see you Thursday.
Okay, Dan. And thank you,
All right.
everybody. Thank you so much. And Chronic Triggers, looks like you're going to win, buddy. All right. Take care.
All right. Later.
Later, man.